Vladimir Putin may have an easier path to re-election or whatever passes for the electoral process in Russia. Russia's most prominent opposition leader was convicted of embezzlement this week. Surprise, surprise. A conviction that likely bars him from running against Putin in 2018 as planned. Alexei Navalny said the charges against him were fabricated. New Jersey Democratic Senator Cory Booker is still with us. He sits on the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, which just had a hearing on Russia. Senator, I don't know your reaction to this news out of Russia about Putin's potential opponent being convicted of embezzlement, or if you have a broader look at Putin and the electoral system.
Well, Vladimir Putin has proven himself to be someone who has no respect for democratic traditions. And we see what happens to opposition leaders in his country. They're poisoned, they're killed, or they have trumped up charges like this one appears to be. We had a hearing today, which was probably one of the best notes of bipartisanship I've seen in these days since Trump's inauguration, where Senator Corker, Republican from Tennessee, spoke with some conviction about the need to get to the bottom of the influences that Putin has had in this country in terms of our electoral process, which one Republican senator likened to the Cuban Missile Crisis in terms of the potential and gravity of the threat. But also trying to understand how we could have a president that makes a moral equivalency between the United States of America and Vladimir Putin.
And in fact, Senator, let me just interrupt you for a second. We have some of the sound there. Let's play that and then get your reaction to it.
I see no moral equivalence, none, between ourselves and the actions that Russia has taken. And I agree with you. Those comments, to me, do not reflect certainly most members of the United States Senate. I would say all, but I think at least most.
So we're going to try to cut a deal with a guy who thinks he's winning, has no internal pressure, and wants us to give up everything in exchange for him doing what he claims to be doing anyway. So maybe I'm a little harsh, but I think that's a really stupid deal.
Were you surprised to hear such strong condemnations of the president's comments and the president's plans from your Republican colleagues?
No, I wasn't surprised at all. I've been having lots of conversations with everybody from John McCain and Lindsey Graham to many of the senators that are sitting on the committee. We understand that the United States of America was attacked in a very serious way. They went after undermining our elections, spreading fake news, injecting propaganda into our internal systems. In addition to that, within these hotspots where we're trying to bring about peace, you have Russia acting in egregious ways in areas like Syria, or attacking Ukraine and encroaching on their borders in grievous ways. I sat down with ambassadors from Baltic countries, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania yesterday, and to see the fear that their country has because they are experiencing serious Russian interventions trying to undermine their democracies. This is one of the worst actors on the global stage that is doing very serious things, now not just globally, where even the European Parliament is taking action, but also here in the United States, and we need to treat it that way. I do not understand. I have no explanation of why our president seems to be cozying up to someone who is causing so much global chaos, terror, violence, and crimes. I do not understand. There's no explanation possible for why we should be doing this. What we should be doing right now is stepping up our actions against Russia, whether it be added sanctions or more continued support for those trying to literally defend themselves from Russian encroachments like the Ukraine.
Senator Cory Booker of New Jersey, thank you so much for your time. We always appreciate it. Don't be a stranger, sir.
Thank you very much.